You're that visitor. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Got some fresh cabbage? I'm thinking of making some apple cabbage stew.
Dorothy won't eat that. Are you trying to starve the child?
She needs to learn to eat what I serve her. I swear you spoiled that child rotten. Besides, it's one of your favorites.
Aye, it is. I suppose it won't hurt the girl to eat it this once. And speaking of spoiling Dorothy, who made her a new doll last week?
Just never you mind about that.
Take what you need, my friend. Within reason, of course. Take a look. People are rightly stirred up about the damn Thalmor being allowed to roam around arresting people, just for worshipping Talos. But was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? No. Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end. The Nords have always supported the Empire, and the Empire has always been good for Skyrim. It's from that treaty that ended the Great Wars, remember? When the Emperor was forced by the Thalmor to outlaw Talos worship. We didn't pay much attention to it when I was a boy. Everyone still had their little shrine to Talos. But then, Ulfric and his sons of Skyrim started agitating about it. Sure enough, the Emperor had to crack down, dragging people off in the middle of the night. One of the main causes of this war, if you ask me. Ah, I forget you're new to Skyrim. Jarl Ellis, if I should say. although only because she was married to Jarl Torrid when he was murdered. Ulfric murdered Torrid, you know. Walked right into his palace in solitude and killed him. Shouted him to death, if you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, we're back to the bad old days. Jarl Balgruuf, he rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though. I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Ellison. Who can blame him? But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor. Of course, Skyrim has always been part of the Empire. That doesn't mean I support everything the Empire's been doing lately. But Nords have never been fair-weather friends. Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's palace. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. Good day. Good morning, wife.
Hello, husband. You slept well?
Like a stone. Well, I'd better get to work. I have to fix another saw blade for Gerda's mill.
Take care, husband. When I find you, you're dead.
Need something? What do you want, little elf?
When I find you, you're dead.
All right. Hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish. Nice try, but you don't scare me. I'm not going to ask again. Don't you walk away from me. Never should have come here.
You don't look so good. Are you feeling all right? Yeah.
Imperial business.
Oh.
Be on your way.
What happened?
Citizen, I'm warning you. Your presence is interfering with Imperial business. Be gone.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Oh, what happened?
Good day.
I'm gonna crush you to up. I'll tear you to pieces.
You prepared to die.
Must have scared him off.
You handle yourself well. You could make for a decent shield, brother. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Codlac Whitemane up in Urvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
You look strong. Come to Urvaskar and be a companion. Mm-hmm.
The Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters is in Solitude. This Imperial armor is...
Can't wait to kill another Volfric's boys.
It's not that bad.
Need a ride?
All right then.
by Eastmere, it's true. A jester, funny suit and all. Just north, by the Loria's farm. Fool had a coffin in a cart with a broken wheel. Like to see him laugh his way out of that.
Well, sounds like you've had quite the journey, Uthgerd. But you were gone longer than usual. I got to thinking maybe you weren't coming back.
You sound like my ma. Figured I was lying dead in a field somewhere, is that it?
Thought did cross my mind, yeah. War brewing, talk of a riot in Helgen. Having out jesters? Skyrim's gone mad, girl. You need to be careful out there.
Careful, huh? Thanks, Skulvar. I'll remember that. Yeah, right.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Riverwood's in danger too? You better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach, at the top of the hill.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle. Have you met my father? He's the steward up at Dragon's Reach.
know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
Saphir! Wait,
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly.
God bless you, healer.
What can I do for you?
How are you feeling?
The pain's a little less than before,
Need something?
but it still hurts bad enough.
Take a look.
More rest will do you good.
Until next time.
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days.
Yes.
What do you want, little elf? Speak, elf. Has your fever cooled?
I still can't hold nothing down, but it's better than yesterday.
More rest will do you good.
Thank you. The pain is already easing.
It's a shame, isn't it?
I can barely tolerate our presence on Earth. Today, they take away
Grace of Kinnereth be with you.
tomorrow. What then? Do the elves take your homes? Your businesses? Your children? Your very lives? And what does the Empire?
If the news from Elgin is true, well, there's no telling what it means. My lord, please. You have to listen.
Make it quick. Take a look. All right, then.
I only counsel caution.
Yes?
We cannot afford to act rash
Take a look.
in times like these.
Until next time.
If the news from Helgen is true, well, there's no telling what it means. My lord, please, you have to listen.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
What's the
My
meaning
lord,
of this
please.
interruption?
This is
Jarl
no time for
Balgrup is
rash
not
action.
receiving visitors.
I just think we need more information before we act.
Who's this then?
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. You know about Helgen? The Jarl will want to speak to you personally. Approach.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? By Ysmir, Irileth was right! What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. Farengar, I think I've found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. a dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. That reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold. I'll put it simply, so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgruf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow. What are you still doing here? The Jarl said retrieving that stone tablet is a priority, remember? If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day. Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow. Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. A student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to guess them. Off to Bleak Falls Barrow with you. The Jarl is not a patient man. Neither am I, come to think of it.
Yes?
Need something?
Oh, I thought you were all... So, you wish to master the arcane arts? Off to Bleak Falls Barrow. With you, the Jarl is not a patient man. Neither am I, come to think of it.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
You want a drink?
Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both. Now please, no more questions.
His blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made.
I'm telling you, I heard it, howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed. So then came clashing and
Need anything else? Just let me know.
Matilda charged in full of zeal.
You might be sick.
gods watch over your battles, friend.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
I still need you to make a batch of those fried potatoes. We can serve them with the ale.
Yep.
Wait, let me guess. You'll get to it later.
Don't I always?
I don't suppose I could convince you to take care of it now, could I?
No.
I should have guessed.
I heard the gourmet is hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fellow who wrote the cookbook. Not this again.
If he does, tell him how bad the food is and how dangerous he is.
Look, old woman. If your boy wants to learn how to fight, we'll teach him. Now off with you.
Whatever you need. The finest weapons and armor. All right, then.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. I think I have a few old spell books laying about. If you want more, you'll have to go to the College of Winterhold. Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in, but we still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town.
So this is your plan, Lucan?
Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, By the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings. Those thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else. I wonder why they only stole Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one. This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child. Mara Black. Well, it's a winding road up the mountain just ahead. You'll know you're in the right place once you spot the old watchtower. Once you get to the tower, head north. Bleak Falls Barrow should be just around the corner further up. Good luck. Lucan and I will be waiting for you back in the shop.